Real quick before the video starts, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be streaming here on my YouTube channel some video game stuff and some art stuff, so make sure to hit that bell icon. What is up, my hoes? My hometown is actually fucking nuts. Me and my closest friends have had the wildest adventures at our hometown. We've done everything from building an army of snowmen to almost blowing ourselves up. And today, I'm going to tell you about it all. But before we get into it, I gotta introduce you to the boys. We got Peter, Josiah, and Adrian. Peter's my brother, Josiah's my cousin, and Adrian is Adrian. Alright, now that you know the boys, let's get into it. So definitely one of the most memorable adventures me and the boys have went on took place on the 4th of July. Every 4th of July, me and the boys get together and light off a buttload of fireworks. Last year, we had mortars, cakes, the whole 9 yards, bro. And of course, it was awesome as hell. We played some music as we lit off our fireworks late into the night. Unfortunately, it started pouring rain, so we had to hit the pause button on our pyrotechnics, but at least the rain would douse out the smoldering remains of our fireworks. Or so we thought it would. We all waited inside Josiah's car for the rain to pass, while the remnants of our fireworks got put out by the downpour. After 15 or so minutes, we all noticed a sort of orange glow near the back of Josiah's car. And to our horror, when we got out of the vehicle, we saw that the back of Josiah's car was on fire. Apparently, the smoldering embers of the fireworks had grown into a full-on bonfire while in the pouring rain, and had lit Josiah's trunk on fire. We all scrambled to get the fire out as quickly as possible. Peter patted the fire out with his jacket, and I grabbed a drink from the cup holder and splashed the inferno with it. And Josiah stomped out the ashes of the firework, and Adrian probably did something to help as well. And with our combined efforts, we were able to put out the fire. And good thing, too, considering Josiah's trunk was full of the rest of our fireworks, and if the fire had reached the interior, we would have become the best damn fireworks show our hometown had ever seen. Getting blown to bits is pretty unfortunate, but it definitely wasn't the only unfortunate adventure me and the boys had. This time, this unfortunate adventure took place while we were camping. One of our favorite summer activities is to go camping with Josiah's family, but what makes camping so fun is going out on the boat, especially when you get to drive the boat. It's hella fun. Well, one time after we had gone out tubing together, we had everybody get in the boat so we could go back to shore. And I was the one who got to drive the boat back, which I was pretty happy about. However, my happiness was short-lived because when I put the key in the ignition, it just broke off. The key just straight up snapped off in the ignition, making it so I couldn't start the boat, and we were dead in the water. I turned to the others in the boat and showed them the key, and they were not stoked. Luckily, we had oars in the boat, so we were able to row back, albeit very slowly. But I've had another unfun experience that involved a lake as well. This time, we were at a different lake, and this lake had a dock in the middle of it with a diving board. And me and the boys love that diving board. We love doing all kinds of stuff on it, whether it be talking, diving, or doing front flips off of it. But I didn't want to do no front flips off of the diving board. However, the boys did want me to do a front flip off of the diving board. And eventually, I gave into peer pressure, and I full sent off the diving board, and I did a front flip, and I backflopped into the water. That shit was so loud, you might have thought I broke the sound barrier with how it sounded. I also let out the loudest swear of all time, too. Because, man, that shit hurt. If you've never done a backflop off a diving board, I don't recommend it. Your backside basically looks like a tomato after you're done. We haven't just had painful/unfortunate adventures in my hometown, though. We've had some pretty fun ones as well. One of my favorite stories is when me, Josiah, and Peter built an army of snowmen in our grandparents' front yard. And our snowman army was one to be reckoned with, man. We had a giant one named Bubba who looked hella menacing with his twig mohawk and devilish grin. He also peered at you over our grandparents' fence, which added to his evil-looking nature. Another one of our snowmen we perched up in a tree as a kind of lookout. I'm also pretty sure we had one that got decapitated, and we decided to sprinkle red food coloring all over it to make it look like he had been ruthlessly murdered. Bubba probably did it, to be honest. And last but not least, we had Georgefroid, who peered at you from beneath a shrub with his stupid face. It took us quite a bit to set up our militia of merry murderers, but it was well worth the reward. Watching cars go by and be intimidated by our entourage of evil snowmen was pretty much the best thing ever. I'm pretty sure some of the cars that went by sped up because they probably didn't want to end up like our headless snowman. I hope you hoes enjoyed hearing about the unfortunate and the funny adventures that I've had with the boys. There will definitely be more stories with the boys in the future, so stay posted for that. But thank you for watching till the end, and as always, you can expect more peak content soon. Okay, bye.